brothers and sisters. So we are going to continue with a book periodical youth instructor reading. So today we are going to look on the topic desire for approbation, October 10, 1883. So it says here, the youth in general desire the approbation of those around them. And rightly directed, this desire is commendable. It is an incentive to watchfulness and self-control, rendering and face a right disposition in their association with others, and therefore more careful what they do and say. Those who desire to merit approval of the wise and good will not be impatient when their errors are pointed out. Rather, they will feel grateful to a friend so faithful as to show them their defects of character. They will search carefully to see if the faults mentioned do really exist, and will seek earnestly to overcome them. A youth who, when cautioned or advised, says, "I don't care what others think of me, I will do as I please," manifests a recklessness and a hardwood that should be shunned by all. He is sowing seed which will yield a terrible harvest for him to reap by and by. Then say, we should all manifest respect for others and should desire their respect in return. But at the same time, there is a need of discrimination as to whose approval is of real value. Evildoers will not commend us unless we join in their sinful cause. The approval of those who speak lightly of the Bible or sneer at religion is to be shunned rather than desired. Those who yield to the influence of this class prove themselves unworthy of the faith of God. The proud, the vain, the pleasure-loving, whose chief aim is to please and glorify themselves, is to become defiled and corrupted by their ungodliness. The approbation of God should be more highly prized than the praise of the whole world. It is of more value to young and old than everything besides. Let the youth candidly consider this matter and seek to govern their lives by those principles that will be approved by God and by those who serve and honor Him. The youth living in this age will have a stern battle to fight. If they make a right principle the rule of action, it is the highest effort of a large class in society to do as others do, to shape their course according to their standard. Like the empty bubble or the worthless weed, they drift with the current. They have no individuality, no moral independence. The approval of the world is of more value to them than the approval of God, or the esteem of those whom He esteems. Their only motive or rule of action is policy, as they do not value their acts from principle. No dependence can be placed upon them. They are despots. The temptation. Says that they are the sport of certain temptation. They have no true respect for themselves and no real happiness in life. Class are to be pitied for their weakness and folly, and the example should be shunned by all who desire to be truly worthy of respect. Instead of this, their society is too often cut, and they seem to exert a fascinating power, now impossible to break. I want the youth to avoid the society of those worthless characters, for their influence is detrimental to the best interests of society. In forming your opinions and choosing your associates, let reason and fear of God be your guide. Be firm in your purpose here, regardless of the opinion which others may entertain concerning you. When God's requirements lead you to an opposed cause from that which your assets are pursuing, go resolutely forward, whether you follow many or few. Whatever God condemns, that reject, even though the whole world adopt and advocate it, and ridicule you as singular and fanatic, listen to the voice of reason. Remember that we have each a soul to save or to lose. Worldly advantage or pleasure should not for a moment be placed in the scale against your eternal interest. This is our pattern. Not to please himself, those who are drifting with the tide, who love pleasure and self-indulgence, choose the easier way regardless of principle, so long as their desires are gratified. This will never stand with the overcomers. around the great white throne. They will never hear from the tips of Jesus those precious words of greeting. Come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you. The judge of all the earth will never say well done to those who have not done well. All are now upon the battlefield. Everyone must share in the conflict with the power of sin. We may conquer if we will put on the whole armor of God and with faith, hope, and courage look steadfastly to Jesus, the captain of our salvation. Then finalize by saying this: Dear youth, you lose much by studying with greater earnestness and care the life of Christ. There you may learn the character which you must form in order to become his disciple. You may see the victories which you have to gain over selfishness, pride, vanity, and especially over unbelief, that you may win the precious white robe of spotless character, and stand at last without fault before the throne of God. To him that overcome is the Savior's promise. I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I also overcome, and am set down with my fathers in his throne. Be blessed.